these things, you can go ahead and build anything. So we start with researching of alpha. You probably have a strategy, but then you want to backtest that strategy to see if it actually works in the past. Backtesting is the process of going through and giving data to a computer, pretty much a program that you create, and you see if that strategy worked in the past. If it worked in the past, it's much more likely to work in the future. And I know you can do anything that Jim Simons can do because your blood is red, my blood is red. So like I said, my goal is to help 100 people automate their trading because I went through too much stress, anxiety with trading by hand, and it's just so whack. So let's go ahead and just show you everything here today. So after you go ahead and you backtest your research, you found some ideas, maybe you already have some ideas and you backtested those ideas. And then the third step is to build into a bot after you backtest. Now, don't be like me. I was one to just go build a bot right away. And at the end of the day, you want to make sure that the bot actually works in the past first. So that's backtesting. And then when you build a bot, you build with tiny size. So research, backtest, and implement. That's the structure that I follow myself, and I'll be showing you here today. So does that sound pretty simple to implement? You're either researching or you're backtesting or you're implementing into bots with small size. That makes sense why you use small size, right? Yes, of course, because just because it worked in the past doesn't mean it's going to work in the future. So does this make sense now? Do you see why people are trying to hold this from you? Why New York's not going to show you this? Wall Street's not going to show you this? Because I've been able to distill it into 3 simple steps: research, backtest, and implement. Research, backtest, implement. Of course, they don't want you to know that you can do this from your bedroom, dude. I'm in a bedroom with a whiteboard behind me. I'm grateful to have a spare bedroom I can work from. But let me tell you a quick story. When I started with this stuff, I just ran right to the bot. And I was like, okay, I'm going to build a bot. And I learned how to code. It took a while. But then I built a bot and it lost me a bunch of money because I didn't backtest. So my goal here is to help you save over 200 hours, and Hollywood said I did. So that's cool. Are you ready to save 200 hours, dude? You don't have to go like try to search on the internet, figure out where or how to do this, and follow a bunch of links that end up trying to inject code into your computer because it's a scam. Like, download this bot and make 2 to 4 ETH. Like I said before, you know, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. So you're not going to see me like throwing a bunch of numbers at you and look at my returns, because my returns are not your returns, right? This is a secretive industry. At the end of the day, I can show you step by step how to automate your strategy, but that's the key. It's your strategy. Nobody's going to reveal their edge because it's math, right? If we all ran the same strategy, it would end up going to zero. That's just math, called alpha decay. So make sure that if you are going to automate your trading, that you work hard and you know that it's not going to be a walk in the park. But I do have on-demand videos. I'll talk about all that later. You can see the intro here to the boot camp. I do have a boot camp, but don't worry about that. I want to make sure that this is super powerful for you here today. I want to keep talking about my RBI system. That is one main point: research, backtest, and implement. And what happens is you're constantly learning. So every single day you see me live on stream, probably every time you come onto YouTube, you see me stepping on the gas. I'm either researching new ideas, new trading strategies, or I'm backtesting past ideas that I've written down in my notes. You should see my Apple Notes. I'm sure you use notes as well on your phone. Whenever you're walking around or thinking or driving or whatever, for the rest of your life, you will now be able to automate that trading as long as you constantly learn. You hear ideas from podcasts, write it down, and the next day you can have AI help you code it. And it really comes down to mindset, right? If you believe you can do anything, you can do anything. That's all it is. It's belief. Do you believe that you can automate your trading? Yes, of course. You've seen other people do it, right? It's not a matter of does automated trading work or not. We know Jim Simons ran up a net worth of $30 billion, right? So you can see here, Jim Simons, $31 billion. That's who I am chasing specifically. And anytime I figure something out, I try to bring that back to you guys, because at the end of the day, I don't want to do this alone. I think it's much more impactful when you have a community of others to share all of your ideas with, your struggle